What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, as well as some trains outside. We're going to listen to another Lucky Dip, and this one is from Philip's collection. Big shout out to Philip, who again was the champion of the channel who initially had the idea to do a reaction series where I was reacting to music with little or no context. And indeed, in this one, it is no context, as Beth Nielsen Chapman is not a name I know. I like the three-name quality of that. It sounds like a name from the 19th century, like some novelist. But yeah, I've not heard the name before, so don't really know what to expect in terms of the genre. If she's a singer, then one, that changes the dynamic in terms of, she could be a composer, producer. I feel like it could be any number of things. But yeah, ultimately, I'm intrigued. The title of the track, make sure I have this right, is, Say Goodnight. So, that can be said more earnestly and sympathetically, or more aggressively or dismissively. In action movies, you'll often get the latter, usually followed by some coup de grace. But ultimately, it feels like maybe, even without knowing the artist, we might be more in the realm of some genuine usage of the phrase, even if it's not like, to a family member, or, to a child, putting them to sleep at night, even if it's about, your own life and, ending a day and, preparing for the next day or whatever it might be. I would expect it to be more sympathetic or genuine rather than, a sarcastic and dismissive pun upon some termination. So let's find out. This is Beth Nielsen Chapman. The track is Say Goodnight.
Say goodnight, not goodbye. You will never leave my heart behind. Like the path of a star, I'll be anywhere you are. In the spark that lies beneath the coals, in the secret place inside your soul, keep my light in your eyes. Say goodnight, not goodbye. Don't you fear when you dream? Waking up is never what it seems. Like a jewel, very deep, like a promise meant to keep. You are everything you wanna be, so just let your heart reach out to me. I'll be right by your side. Say goodnight, not goodbye.
Amazing.
You are everything you wanna be, so just let your heart reach out to me. Keep my light in your eyes. Say goodnight, not goodbye.
perfectly beautiful piece of music. It was like if you mixed a sweet and tender pop song with like chamber music concerto, like a small arrangement of instruments, as well as a bit of drama. Like it felt like it could be a piece in a movie, and the way it ended there like really sort of hit that vibe. Like at the end of a like loving montage scene, that would sort of peter into the a dialogue scene. So yeah, it felt very elegant. It felt very beautiful. Again, we had strings, we had like woodwinds. It really did have a classical bent to it, which I don't do as many classical reactions as I should, and I've been meaning to finish off the Carnival of the Animals by Saint-Saëns so I can get back to a symphony that I've been talking about for a long time. So always too much work to do. But yeah, I'm a big fan of classical music. I mentioned this before, even more than Depeche Mode. It was like the first musical memories I have are listening to like Beethoven and Mozart, because my dad remains to this day a big classical music fan. So yeah, I'm sympathetic to anything that incorporates violins and cellos and oboes or clarinets. So yeah, really cool tune. Again, not knowing anything about her, I don't know how this fits into her larger body of work. If I were to guess a time frame, I'd say post 2000, but it could be a 90s tune. I wouldn't peg that as an 80s tune, and I'd be more inclined to think it's post 2000. I'll guess, I don't know, mid to late aughties. I feel like it could be more recent than that. It's a thing when you use more traditional instruments, say, and perhaps a more like 20th century, I shouldn't say 20th century because, techno and so on is like late 20th century, but I was thinking it had like a down-tempo, like elegant jazz sort of feel to it, and that, jazz can be done in different decades and you can pay homage to earlier styles, so it gets tougher to like get a sense, whereas if I listen to a techno track, I feel like I'm much more in familiar territory where it's like, okay, that kind of kick drum and so on, or that type of synth, that's a 90s tune, whatever. So yeah, I would guess post 2000, mid-aughties, something to that effect. I think my batting average is still pretty decent, so to speak. Sorry, American sports reference. But yeah, I do think I've been off pace on a couple occasions recently, so we'll see how we go. Once again, big shout out to Philip and all the people who are now sharing in the Lucky Dip folder. And yeah, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.